Was this the song I was using last time? Yes, it was. This was the music I was using last week. Excellent. Good job, me, for remembering, even though you totally didn't.
Lol.
Okay. Alrighty then. We still need...
Kel needs to get in roll 20.
Yeah, just need Kellen roll 20 is all.
Instead of fighting silly things, I need bigger.
Yo, that man slapped a lion with a chancla and got no repercussions. As a matter of fact, they were absolutely terrified of it.
Wow.
I like the comment that said that his mom was Hispanic and his dad was Thor.
I believe it.
It's the only way to explain the complete fearlessness of running up to a lion and slapping it with a slipper.
Oh no, he's not even running. He's just walking.
He's just like striding towards it with purpose, and then just off goes down. BAM!
Behave!
Down, Booba.
Like, bitch.
Okay.
Calm yourself.
Anyway, let us begin this next episode. Is this 34 or 35? You're going to have to remind me. 35? Okay. Because did you upload the last week's recently?
I exported it today. I don't have it set to public yet, though.
Okay, but that one was 34?
Yes, this is 35.
Okay, cool. My brain stopped working. Yes, welcome to the next chapter of Elemental Odyssey. We're unfortunately now permanently down a Loto due to scheduling conflicts and things because he's in Germany and would be staying up really fucking late a lot. So he's like, hey man, you mind if I just like get some sleep? And I'm like, I feel you, dude. We cool. So yeah. There would be things happening because of that. And
Nick is going on a hunter strike. He'll be right be.
But last week, our merry band split off into 3 technical groups by the end of things. Eleanor and Terrain were off doing justice of some report, as Giacchio was the only one to hear because his passive perception is crazy, and he just heard faint calls of justice on the wind. Scar and Sneck were doing...
And the cracking of villainous bones.
A little bit. Also, you were a super robot there.
I'm next to Breezer. It's always a robot back here.
But Sneckbot, and Scar were off doing something else. And then lastly, we have the main attraction, which was the just conga line of weird that began with Fenless at a coffee shop, Chimera Coffee. Yes, I finally have a name for the chain. T-shop. Right, fuck. Whatever, he was at a place. And he met up with Giacchio there. And soon after, Fenless surprisingly, well, to no one really because his wisdom is insane because Druid, spotted a semi-familiar face talking with a fire elemental. It was Leo, the guy from Dragonor who helped him out way back at the start of the campaign in that creepy, spooky mad science underground ice lab full of nope and bad.
Thank you, Zayasha. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure Celestine still got him in a bit of a conniption over that whole thing with the dragon. Still. I don't care if it's been a week, he's still upset. No, it's been more than a week. It's been almost 2 at this point. He's real... Ooh, that'll be fun. But yes. Spotted Leo, and eventually the rest of the crew who wasn't wandering around doing justice or errands involving paladins and robots and a cobalt sniper.
Yogi.
Okay. and you got led to a shop run by a little Yonti heck man named WOTTyssey, who's about roughly Yoda sized, but is a little heck person. And he was very, very interesting. Talking weird ways, do little things, climb around stuff, dig up things. And his main thing, because he had hired Dragonor to collect items of great power, great wondrous elemental power, which you all quickly deciphered to be the Odyssey Force. And when he realized you all had most of them, he kind of had a 404. And then eventually he just gave up on the conversation, left you with a map leading you to another one, and told you to get the park out of his store. And this whole time, poor Leo was very confused. For entirely good reason.
So much confusion.
Mm-hmm. But when we ended the session, you guys had just made it back to the bus, where you find Eleanor, Terrain, and Snick and Snickbot. Skara is nowhere to be seen, at least outside the bus.
Oh, wasn't Skoro with you guys? Where did he go? He on the bus?
Snack?
I just got back. What I miss?
Oh, there you
go. Oh, they just got back to the bus. All of your characters are currently back at the bus, along with Terrain, and Skara is not there.
And I asked where Skara was, and if he was on the bus already.
He told me that he got an important call from his order and had to go back like right away.
Oh. It's a shame. I quite liked him.
Yeah, he was cool.
I can understand if duty calls, duty calls.
But don't worry, Snackbot is holding the jug of Sunny D.
It looks like when I went to the freezer to do inventory, the call dropped, but I'm back.
Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, so you guys are down one, but that's still... He, like, counts all of you guys, and you see him, like, when he points to himself, you see 2 fingers go up, because he's, like, counting on his fingers, and he says this. Like, should be fine. Yeah. Totally be fine. He, like, taps the necklace. Don't worry.
Could be a lot easier, considering we did roughly half the job already.
Bit more than half, I'd say.
Only a bit.
Yeah, and he like pivots towards Arvin. Didn't you say that one of your other friends had it? Is it one of them? Arvin J said, no, Scar's the one who had the ignition talent, and since he's going to the Order of Fendris, I suspect it's in very safe hands. Leo, gotcha. Okay. Good to know. Well, then, he pulls out the weird Magitech leather map. He looks so confused by this thing. It's like, how the fucking whatever. Rolls it back up. Okay, so no sense waiting. Shall we hit the road?
Yeah, let's hit the road.
Who's talking?
Leo, the NPC you guys met last session. Terrain would not have known him. So right now, I've never met him, but everyone else in the party except for Arvin had before today. But as you guys, I assume, start boarding the bus, you then all collectively realize something. Wait, who the fuck knows how to drive this thing?
Oh, shit.
All of a sudden, we will see Snackbot sit in the driver's seat.
Snackbot OP.
Right?
And then
You teach your
makes-
robot how to... Well... I know he knows how to be driven, but does he know how to drive?
Oh, BRB.
Before I turned Snackbot into the scooter, he rode the motorcycle himself.
I mean, yeah, he could drive it. He was a small creature at the time. Now he is a medium creature because he is an entire scooter.
I have no arguments.
And it's very surreal seeing Snackbot, who you remember is this really tiny, cute little thing. It's now roughly about 5 foot flat instead of like being 3 feet tall. And somehow, and even notice like this is a thing you didn't know he had. If there's like paneling above him, you see his arms reach. They actually can extend just enough to reach stuff up there, like flip dials and shit.
Nice.
He is large.
Well, no, it's more like he has extendo robo arms.
Go gadget arm.
Go gadget heckbot.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yes. With that underway, you guys get on the road. I will move you back to the world map because we won't be needing this city for a little while. Probably.
Try to remember, he didn't say he wanted them. He just wanted us to get them so they don't fall into the wrong hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Closest one is near the border to Tekna, was it?
Yeah. It's like roughly,
Roughly there.
yeah, roughly down around one of these, roughly like between these two. I need to zoom in to check something. Oh, okay. But sorry, a bit of sandwich was stuck in my teeth. Once you guys get back there out, on the road, you very quickly discover that Snakebot is an incredibly fantastic driver, primarily because he, before he actually started to drive, he popped out like a little socket jack, like what you use to plug in a set of headphones, connected it to the GPS in the car, and then started driving.
Ah.
So it's a bit like Google Directions, except it actually drive your car.
Nice.
And makes nice coffee. It also, hilariously enough, causes Snackbot to start talking because it's still doing the repeat the directions out loud thing, but they're coming out of Snackbot as he's doing them. They're also in Draconic, so it sounds very weird. Every so often, Snackbot just starts going to most of you who don't speak Draconic.
Very metal.
But yeah, no, it's like take left, take exit, approaching on right, and stuff like that is what it comes out to. It's very surreally funny in a way.
Recalculating and draconic.
Yes. Recalculating route. And he visits Boris. Who's Boris?
Oh, is that not the name of the dude who upgraded my shield and my axe?
No, that's Hawk.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, that's Hawk. I can see why you think I sound like Boris, though. Do have thick Russian accent.
Honestly, when I hear the name Boris, I just associate it with spiders.
I think of Boris from
Excuse
GoldenEye,
me.
but that's an entirely different story.
I am invincible.
Flash frozen. That's my favorite thing. Like immediately, I am invincible. Liquid nitrogen. Just get fucked.
Oh god. I play as him in the
Destination
N64 game all the
area.
time. What is
The
this?
running of the booths.
Yes!
It's a Husky Cafe in Thailand.
Oh, fun.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Too much.
That's my Nirvana right there.
All the floof. Anyway. Along the trip, and now since you guys are, officially in the contract because Leo sort of unintentionally persuaded his way into getting you guys accepted by the requester, he gives you effectively the whole details, which was not a lot more. It was basically like, go here, meet the dude, he will give you the task, and it says quite dangerous because it involves items of great power. Not specify what the items were, just that they were of great power. And now you know what they were.
Items of great power, you say?
Yes, because the party has most of them. There are only two left you guys don't have. One is God knows where, the other one is probably going to go to the booth.
We are searching for. Obviously not the one to Ignis of Reef. That's the Fang Caller. So that would put.
Stormbinder.
Stonebinder.
Yeah. Because, I'm basically just counting this one as you guys have it, because by the end of this, you guys are probably going to fucking have it. I'm going to be realistic about my ability to stop you. But you know it's Stormbinder because the Fang Caller was wielded by a very nice champion, involves wolves, nature just in general. It's probably at the reef.
Probably the Reef.
Mm-hmm.
Spectrum Bracer.
And the Spectrum
nowhere
Bracer
to
is
be known.
Yeah, Spectre
It's
Racer
in
is
the wind.
God knows where because it's been found and it was on Arvin. Now it's not, and fuck for trying to find it. You guys get going,
Sounds
and
like more of the thing that just finds you when it wants to, rather than you find it.
mm-hmm. But it's looking like the trip might be a little while because you still got to go fairly far out. It won't take you like most of the day because you did get a start around noon when you left. And you guys got some food on the way out of town, so you're not freaking hungry on the road and eating up all your snacks, even though you have snacks for days. But it's interesting, like driving through this part of Cavalli now, for those of you who have never been, because you just look around, you can see in any direction just foliage is just all over the place. You're it's very much that harsh border in video games where it goes from Iceland to lava world. Except instead of it's goes from temperate Pacific Northwest to savannah in Africa about. in terms of like foliage.
Wow.
It's very strange, but it all looks totally natural, like it's all supposed to be this way. It all behaves like it should be this way. So it's not like, the world is fucked or anything. A little
Quite
further
the
down.
interesting biome this has.
Every so often, Leo keeps checking the map, and it zooms in because the edge of the map starts from where you are compared to the item that you're going after. And zooming in on the one that's down here, it just keeps getting closer and closer, and the map just like zooms in better and better, so you can actually start seeing it like as almost a satellite view, which kind of weird for a magical map to be able to do that, but just okay, sure. And you kind of can't see it because it's technically underneath the token for the bus, but there's actually a very... I'm going to zoom in on the biome thing to make sure I'm not making this up. Yeah, no, that is there. Okay.
Oh, BRB.
Okay. There is the map is leading you specifically to this rather hilariously out of place little spot. that couldn't stand out more if it really wanted to, unless it was continuously on fire. Because you're going from kind of grasslands on one side, savanna, little to your left, to mainly grasslands, and then just all of a sudden there's just like this forest out of nowhere, just by itself. Not very big, because you could see both sides of it. And it's just like there's just like someone just like put a little pin on the map, and boop, that's where a forest happened.
Island of trees.
Those
Pretty much,
places are
it's
scary.
It doesn't look that big, but as you get closer, it's still fairly sizable. Like at least from the side, you've got your ballpark about few miles across, like 2 or 3 miles across. This little just of trees. That have a very distinct and very odd look because you've all seen Pacific Northwest evergreen trees and the like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
These look about like that, but also while simultaneously being palm trees. It's very strange.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, there's some regular oaks in there and stuff, but there's still more than a few of these evergreen palms, and it's just what the fuck.
The hell is this shit?
But and Celestine notices this because he's got his head out the window, as you do when you a boof. There is from this direction. It's still a ways off, but it still looks like just there's a storm literally coming this way.
Hide underneath seat of bus.
The storm is still a ways off. You just see the dark clouds. And Celestine just has mild concerns because it's ways off, but it's still a sizable little storm heading in what seems to be your direction for now. But you probably got several hours, if not maybe a day before it actually hits.
Perfect time to get everybody else revved up about it and make them think that it's going to be a lot larger than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I just look up. Oh, that's not so bad. I've been in a few nasty dust storms.
No, this is like rainstorm.
I know. I'm saying, because a lot of where I'm from is desert, isn't it?
Out for
Right, let's hear.
Oh yeah, for real, sir. Yeah, it's predominantly desert nation.
Yeah, I'm commenting. I've been in a few dust storms, probably in my day.
Ah, shit! I thought I had these prepared. Fuck. Bear with me a moment. Technical difficulties have occurred, and by that I mean, I thought I had maps uploaded. I do not. So, please bear with me
You found the map.
as I am continuously angry at past me.
He had them almost prepared.
Listen, I tried my best.
Okay, my grandma does this funny thing where she's like, I followed the recipe, except I added a little more of this or that. It's like, that's not following the recipe, Grandma.
That's not how that works. Okay, that will do for now. Oh god. Google, I need some assistance.
God dang it, Google. Work faster, Google.
So I'm quietly setting up a thing.
I will say during this trip off and on, Chiakio's looking more into Blood Hunter, specifically if there are any already established schools for such.
Those will work for now. I need a few of those, I think. Or, ooh, this one looks nice. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I'm mistaken. It's actually kind of bad. Ooh. He'll do. No, don't make the like weird booping noise at me. Don't need that right now. Haha. Oh. I am sorry this is taking so long. I thought I was better prepared for this, but no. Past me was not as up to date on things as I thought he was. Okie dokie, Jinx. Excuse me. Wait a minute, I need that one other one. Shit. Okay, close that. You're fine. I'm sorry.
Oop.
Hey, don't worry. I'm just still trying to get the fucking map probably correct.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, that looks legible, Tori.
What
That's the.
So that's not just in my headset then.
Okie dokie. Ah, no! Hello?
Meh?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh, we lost Rin for a second.
Hello. Oh.
I also heard like some shit like crackle through my headset. Like, oh no, did my headset just turn off again? Like, please no, I don't need that right now.
I think Dad told me that they were coming back tonight. So that might just be the kitchen mode thing to bring up. I'm thinking maybe that was their big ass thing. No.
Ugh.
Hey, Minnie, that picture with your all the pricing on it, is that meant to be seen just from, like, say, a snapshot on Twitter, or do you want people to click on the image first to be able to read it? So basically, like, what I'm asking you is, when you ask if it's legible, are you asking it from the point of me just looking at it normally, or after I click on the image to make it bigger?
Kind of both, I guess. I'm shit at this.
It's not very legible if it's just looking at it without clicking
Right.
on it. Then
Yeah. So my concern is, like, let's say you wanted to pop this up on Twitter tomorrow and if you do that, the person who might be interested would have to click on your image first to then be able to read it. Whereas if you change the fonts slightly, you might be able to get the person to understand without having to click on it. But otherwise, it is legible. I just didn't know if you wanted someone to have to click the image to make sure first.
Font changing is easy enough.
My cousin just told me that it's not classy to eat a large box of shrimp fried rice by myself. I told her it's not classy not to know who the child's father is. Now everybody's yelling.
I was about to be jealous that you had shrimp fried rice for dinner.
And then you realize you're reading something.
yeah, no, same. Okay. Then I have that prepared now. Okie dokie. So, as you guys approach the strange little tree island, forest island here, there's some interesting creatures you're passing by. A few of them look, typical large. Some of them are like, gazelle, such, normal woodland, grassland critters. There's like a bunch of buffalo off in the distance. You also see what at first you think is just a large, just random log off to the side of the road, and then it doesn't take you more than a second after seeing it to realize, oh no, that's a napping dragon. Let's move by quickly. This is a nature dragon. He is there, he is large, and he looks like he is napping. He's not on the road this time, but he's near it. He or she, you're not sure. Just big
dragon.
lizard.
It's a dragon. Gender is immaterial.
Gender is irrelevant, for I am a dragon.
Apparently not if you're Jinx.
Jinx is a special case.
Don't worry about him. Don't you even worry. But you also get a little bit more confirmation when you get closer, because Snick then blurts out an alert in Draconic that, to the people who speak Draconic, translate to alert. Hazard ahead. There's a dragon beside the road.
No shit.
Would you at least at least you're grateful that the freaking map direction's oh, by the way, here's this just giant death lizard along the side of the street. Don't make it angry. Though, luckily for you guys, that dragon seems to be a deep sleeper, because you guys just roll on by, hauling ass, not exactly being quiet about it, and and Durgan don't give a fuck. like most you see him just like kind of shift in place and like roll over. It's like as long as he just rolls over, like you just see like his little legs stick up for a second, then boom. About all that his only reaction to you guys driving by. You can also spot a few effectively like insert your favorite like herbivorous dinosaurs here. There's a few of them around. Not like huge amounts, but there's still a few.
That font a bit better, Darian?
Let's see.
Yes.
Much better. There you go. Yeah, that way people can just sneak a peek and
Oof. I'm just amused because those are all variations on Minami's design.
Yep.
Character design, it's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. You guys get past, then a little ways later, there's a few various flying creatures, go overhead. You finally make it to that forest. It's about... They're starting to push like 5 o'clock by now. And you... Also then, right before you guys like fully reach it properly, Snackbot like comes to a halt. And then pops out an alert. Road ends is the last message, and then he just unplugs himself from the GPS.
I suppose the road ended.
And indeed, when you look past, it is no longer like you've taken off like what was last because there was a branch, and you took to the right, so you can actually go to the forest. The road actually goes to the left or right around it. It's more like ahead of you is now a dirt trail, as opposed to a proper, road. Snackbot just like looks at Snack, and then back at the road, then back at the dirt road ahead, then back at Snack, and like cocks his head and just kind of like, should I keep going, boss, or what? Kind of way.
Do we want to drive down this dirt trail?
I don't know, I thought we were at a stopping point, or what does the map say?
Well, when you say that, Leo pops up the map. It's further in. I mean, I suppose we could take this as far as it'll go. So it, beats having to walk around an entire forest for who knows how long. It's your call. It's your guys' ride.
We should take it.
The dog says we should take it. Let's go.
You then hear this like, you can't remember ever installing this particular feature in Snackbot, but he just throws you a thumbs up, and you just hear this like pre-recorded line of, "You got it, boss!" And then he just whips back around and starts driving off down the dirt road.
I think to myself, who did this?
But yeah, after that, Snackbot continues down the road, and it's not like the widest road, but it looks like if you were careful about it, and two cars could pass each other if kept to one side. And Snackbot's like trying to keep the bus on it mostly, but still trying to give as much room as he can, so he doesn't muscle out someone who might be coming out, because you never know who's going anywhere. As you guys continue along, there's
Where'd you go?
I feel like you know how there's always like those little spots off the sides of the road along like dirt trails and stuff, like people have like stopped to camp or whatever.
Yeah.
You pass by a few of those, they all look mostly empty. By about the 7th one, there's actual signs of a recent campsite that hasn't fully been broken down. There's at least still a fire pit at it right now. And it's not like the biggest fire pit, but it's like still there, and there's a few like an overturned log, some rocks and stuff pile up in a way to like make makeshift benches around the fire. And a few tents, but there's no sign of a vehicle. And then as you get a little closer, you get a better view of one of the tents that was hidden. There's a giant ass bite taken out of one of those tents. Bite, claw, something. One of those tents is jacked the fuck up. Doesn't seem like there's bloodstains, at least from as far away as you guys are, but it's closed in, so if you want to stop to investigate, you can, or you can just keep going.
Well, would we like to investigate this?
Who'd you ask?
Just everyone.
I don't see him. Why not? We mean there's a giant hole taken out of one of the tents.
Fair point.
Leo and Arvin both like in unison, kind of nod, and like Arvin doesn't say anything. Leo's like, that's usually a good sign, so we at least kind of know what might have done that. So I'm not super familiar with this part of the world. Only like the 3rd time I've been out here. Never been to this particular spot, so I can't say I'm familiar with all the beasties. He then like makes a flat look and just like sighs, and it looks like he's having an internal conversation with someone. Which, given how his necklace is like humming, does this like humming glow a few times, you figure he's arguing with that elemental again. Just privately instead of out loud.
What a fussy lady.
Does Padma say that out loud?
Yeah, why not?
In this weird, like, kind of, like a ghost stepping partway out of a person sort of way, you see Cinder appear in the direction of Padma, do the, like, 2 fingers at the eyes, then at Padma, then disappear again.
Padma just does it back.
Just like Legend of Korra.
Yes.
Leo's just like, I'm so sad. But yes, boop, 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 boop. Since you guys will be stopping, I don't know why the booth is not back at full HP. The booth has not been hurt yet today. We will fix that. Okay. And now you guys are boop boop here.
Ooh.
Da, 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 da. What's this one? God, no, wrong music. No.
Perfect.
No, that's too disco. No. No. Could have sworn I had a halfway good song for this. Where is it? Book. Seems I do not actually have as good a one as I thought I did. Maybe. No. Damn, I don't have anything else good for this area. Fuck.
Dear God. There's 3 more hurricanes forming behind Florence.
Cripes.
Yikes, TM. Wait, what's this one? This'll work. This'll work. I remember this one is from. This is from Alexander One Savage video for Ness. That's where it's from. Or was it their Alexander normal video? Either way, Alexander. Never give trigger hack BTPS power. But yes, come to a stop, file off the bus, and oh shit, I forgot to grab Leo's token. God damn it, brain. Work with me here. Alright, this is his old token. We'll just use that for now. There's Leo. Yes, as you guys shuffle off the bus, it's kind of peaceful, has this weird, oddly energetic atmosphere about the place. So it's a little off-putting. Celestine, though, no big. Celestine and Fenless, though, no big deal. You've been here before. Place is great. Love it.
It's peachy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is your home country, so you're especially used to it. It's not all that dissimilar to the general vibe you had back where the Court of Dreaming Winter is based in Oris Vale.
So you guys can see me stretch out my arms and just let the breeze blow through. Home,
But yeah,
sweet home.
You do indeed see the campsite, like the fire pit. The tents they weren't on the map, like on the map as like the map itself. They're like over here-ish. Well, let me get some drawings. Da. And yes, Darian, I am totally implying that your hometown has this as its theme music. But yeah, there's the one with the little weird squiggle on it is the damaged tent.
Why is the bus that big?
because I couldn't like it has to fit all of you guys successfully into it, so I just scaled it up. It is supposed to be buses are not small, okay?
I just imagine it coming out of a portal. Like somehow Snackbot created a portal.
No,
and
it's
shot
just a token for the bus, okay? I wasn't just like get a freaking transparent picture of a bus and just slap it around the map. No, I made a token. It should be longer, but you have the campsite to investigate if you wish to do so. Why are you attacking?
I hit the wrong button.
Ah. I'm like, who the fuck is Darian? So he's like, got him with the scythe. Oh, baby snack. All right, let's get Terrain would wonder what sort of villainy is afoot here. Okay, and let's roll. Oh, this ought to be. This ought to be fucking fantastic. All right, let's go, Leah. Let's see how well you do for investigation. Not great, but at least you didn't crit fail, so good job there. Okie dokie. So we'll start with snack. We'll start with the highest rolls and work our way down. No, we'll work our way up from the bottom. So Fenless, you're a bit too distracted by being back in the home field advantage area to.
I noticed absolutely nothing.
You know, it's a big old hole, and you can tell an animal made it. You don't know, fuck if you know what kind of animal. Big old hole in that tent. It was a bite.
I blame it on the fairy singing because I'm currently humming along to them.
Goddamn Faye.
Seriously.
Oh, is Kel trying to sniff out the source of the bite?
Yeah, and he did. He did.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, he has advantage on all perception checks to involve sniffing anything out. He wins because his survival is absurd because he is boof. But we'll get to that. We're going through the investigations. Padma, you try to investigate as best you can, but you have to keep your griffin corralled a bit so it distracts you, and you're not quite able to focus all the way because he's trying to jump on like little scurrying bugs and mice he's finding.
Of course, Dimitri, no.
Eventually, he's placated by head scratches, and he stops. See?
Oof.
Yeah, I'll get to the booth. Don't worry. Leo got an 18 on his investigation. And him, Terrain, and Sneck all notice these details. One moment, let me just move some tokens here real quickly. Terrain is here. Welcome back. People are investigating these tents that you stopped by because there's a campsite with a big old tent with a big old hole bitten out of it. Cannot hear you, Jinx.
Oh,
I heard
helps if I turn my mic the right way.
Yeah, I'm like, why
That's
the fuck does he sound like he's across the room? It's like, sounds like you're doing this, my dude. About what was going on.
Anyway, size reference for the bus, damn. So I didn't really.
Not really. I
miss
just
a
made
whole
it
lot.
bigger. Roll investigation if you want to figure out what the hell happened, because this is still like a functioning campsite. There's just no one here, no sign of a vehicle, and there's a hole eaten out of that tent. Oh well, good thing you're on the crew that got above an 18 or better. So
Nice. Did I miss anything on the road leading up to this, or not really?
not really. There was a nature dragon by the side of the road. You guys drove past it quickly, and it just rolled over. But since, well, you already know basically this was indeed a bite, and you can fortunately see no signs of like blood or anything, so it seems like whatever the bite taken out of this didn't get anybody, so it might have been empty and something was just poking around because it smelled food. And Leo eventually holds up like a few cans of like just various things, like, you know, cans of corn, some beans and stuff, and like they just like cartoonishly look like they have a bite taken out of them. They still have whatever is left of their contents, if they hadn't been knocked over, still in them. But like the cans have just been bitten through. It looks like whatever just walked up here, just took a bite and then moved on.
Bite out of the tent. Sorry.
Yeah, out of the big tent, the one with the gray squiggle box on it.
Okay. Well, alrighty then.
And you're getting like, this is something like the four of you, because you all noticed this and you all start like talking amongst yourselves about it. It's like about how big that bite is, and you're like, because this isn't a nature check, you're just guessing how big the thing was to take a bite out of it. The head of this thing, you're wagering about 10 to 12, like just the whole size is probably about 20-ish feet tall. If it made a bite this big, maybe bigger. Like between, like ballparking 20 to 30, but you'd have to make nature checks to know specifically what kind of critter did this. As for the boof,
we're definitely in the huge category of whatever this is, though.
Yeah. As for the boof, who, upon seeing this and seeing everyone walking around looking, investigating things, and Padma having to keep her griffin from being a little derp, he just gets down, just starts sniffing him out. Oh, I got him, boss. There were 5 people here. You smell 5 individual, like, scents that aren't from you or your friends, or just, you know, ambient things that probably live here. Like, you know, squirrels or whatever. But, you also smell something big. Especially once you start sniffing around the big tent, around where the hole is. You start sniffing like, ho, that, him big. Oh. It's very, like, you even have to, like, pop your head back and, like, shake your head, because, like, it's a very powerful scent on this thing. But it's... This is fun to say with this, like, happy music in the background. It smells like death and decay, almost. Or, like, a lot of rotting meat. Or freshly, like, slaughtered things. And just this very... just strong smell that just almost overwhelms the doggo nose, but you're okay, because you didn't, like, just breathe super deep. You started sniffing. It's like, oh god, no. It's like, Kelly, if you remember that one gif of the dog who, like, sniffs and just, like, makes that, like, ugh face?
Yep.
That's about Celestine right now.
Oh, what did I pick up?
Death
Huh?
and decay.
You smelled death and decay around the bite mark on that tent. Like something had just eaten a lot of dead things or recently dead things.
Marcus, one day we're gonna have a talk about dogs. This shit must be absolutely rancid for me to retch at it.
It's not that it's rancid, it's that it's just very powerful all at once in this one spot. It's more just like very suddenly just like hitting you like a brick. Bam, and there's the smell.
Sudden wall of smell.
Yeah. It's more just the sudden shift from like, forest air, smell of people to just ugh! All of a sudden. It's very concerning.
You know what it is? It's the freaking Swiffer, Cal. It's the Swiffer.
Yeah, it's about like walking into a cloud of Swiffer smell. It's about like that. Or no, Febreze, my bad. Ugh.
It's a pickle. It's fucking pickle already.
Ah, you wish.
I was say, if you throw Devil Show at us, I'm gonna flip a table.
Already, yeah.
No.
More
He's
than the table.
a few sessions. Don't you worry.
Well, that's real comforting.
You're right.
I wonder how many boofs it'll take to kill him.
Well, you're gonna have a chance to find out eventually. I didn't tell you guys just to immediately throw those things at you. God, no. I have some restraint. Jeez.
Was there
So I want to be an
anything-
asshole. I wouldn't have told you. And you're just like, oh, by the way, here's a pickle.
Was there anything with the other tents, or is it just the one with the bite mark? Craziness.
The biggest strange thing is definitely, the tent that looks like just something just walked up and ate it. It's just like a bite cartoonishly, complete with like cans, like just sheared off by the teeth. They still have like some of the food or whatever was in them inside, but like the metal was just bitten through by whatever the fuck did this. The other tents look passingly normal. Like there's like bedrolls, some bags. It definitely looks like these people who made this camp didn't like intentionally leave, or if they have left there intending to come back, maybe. It's hard to say.
Is there any blood or anything?
No blood. But and this is another thing Celestine would have noticed because he sniffed around and rolled really good on his survival. There are large footprints in the ground. And they're not super deep, but they're still notable. They're like something big walked past, just left big feet, big meaty claw prints. And they all carry that just like cloud of that just death stank around them. Like the smell doesn't seem to want to travel very far from where this thing has actually interacted with. It's just like kind of hanging there in the air.
Please don't be Faust again.
Too big to be Faust. Too big.
What does this
Never know.
footprint look like, assuming Celestine pointed it out?
Well, considering how he's probably sniffing around one, you definitely see it. It's, well, the best way I had to put it is, somewhere between, like, a T-Rex and a Manticore from FF14.
Big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Big boy with a big head.
I assume there's... is there more than just the one footprint, or is there like a...
There's several. There's several, and since Celestine started sniffing them out, and he can follow them fairly easy, they go from... Let me just move the booth over by one of them.
I was gonna say, would these sets of tracks be indicative of some sort of bipedal animal, or is it a quadruped?
Hard to say at the moment, but from where Celestine is standing next to one of them, but they're coming from this direction. They go over to the tent, and then it's like kind of double back a little bit, and then go down this way.
Do we want to follow these tracks, or what are we thinking here?
I mean, I'd say follow them. That way we don't get surprised by whatever it is lunging at us. Because knowing our luck, it'll find us anyway if we don't.
I wish you were wrong. I'm fine with following the tracks.
Is there any way I can roll to see if I know what it is?
Roll a nature check to see if you can identify the kind of animal. Nature. There's just in general, you've seen around Cavalli some fairly big, you've seen a few beefy boys. You've seen, like large reptiles, your occasional dragon, some, like, basically imagine if it can probably be in Monhan, you've probably seen it around. Maybe not the aggressive ones, but you've seen them or heard of them. This track is entirely unfamiliar to you. It looks kind of like one you've seen before, but that one was about half as big and without as big a pointy toes. Like, it was half the size and no, like, toe talons. Which you can tell this thing has from its prints.
It has no toe talons?
The one you've seen, the one you recall, was smaller and didn't have, like, claws on its toes. Or at least not ones that scratched along the ground to make as deep a gashes as this one is making. So, but, oh, damn, fuck, I don't have written down what the thing was. But it's... At least the tracks look, again, just similar to moderately sized, like, kind of velociraptor-y creature you know of. This thing is like that, but like scaled with like the Indominus Rex.
Are there any tail drags?
Something that big there should be.
Not necessarily. Just walking on all fours, the tail will be up.
There's, because of your nature check and because survival, there's a few more. You can tell it's a bit more quadrupedal because you also notice that near the trees, because there are indeed trees between you and that tent, some of the trees have been like have just like these thick indentations. It looks like whatever it did just swung its tail and crashed in them without really giving a shit. So there's, big tail slappy. So it seems to be quadrupedal, which doesn't fit with what you know of those tracks.
Okay.
Because the thing you recall is basically take a velociraptor and make it like a chunky boy, kind of. Like elephant-ish thick legs. They're not super fast or super dangerous. They're just chunky lizards. Still hurt when they bite you. It's a... Oh, that's a better example. Imagine if a velociraptor was also a crocodile. There we go. That's what the thing is. Fuck, I don't have a name for it. Thought I did. No, it is not the chunkiest boy, Nick. Don't you worry. I mean, you know where it came from and you know which direction it left in. But you're a bit perplexed because if it's one of those things, why is it so big?
Perhaps thus is the nature of this forest.
Or your uncle's fucking around again.
I'm
Yeah,
willing
that's
to place
probably more
money
likely.
on Siakio's uncle.
Yeah, that's probably the more likely
We're at the
scenario.
Druid Village area, right?
No. To cut back to the world map for a second, so I can show you guys. Where you guys are, roughly where both Celestine and Fenlis are from is roughly around over here. So you're quite a ways away from where most druids are.
Can you ping that again? I can't see it.
I'm drawing it on the map with the arrow thingy. It's over, roughly over here.
Buzz?
Bottom right-ish.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah, it's roughly.
Okay.
You guys are from. You and Fenlis are from roughly around this area. Because that's more thicker, forested area. Just in general. You do know there are some druids. Like the most closest druids to this area live like up here, like closer to the coast. Because of you heard it explained once, but it was over your head a bit. The only thing you remember about was something about ley lines, and that's why there's some druids over here. But the most of the druids you know are over here.
Alright, well let me ask you this. Would my character know if something of this size is natural to the area or not? Because this is places that Celestine would have explored in his lifespan.
Well, the croc raptor I described you recalling, that's more towards you probably saw those in like some of the like there's a few like swampy areas near some of those mountains.
Okay.
And they were typically around there. This looks like, again, like one of those, but scaled up and a lot meaner. Which, because you've been through most of this area, this place you haven't explored too much. You've been through once, but you don't really remember much about it. And now that you think of that, you're very curious as to why you don't remember coming through this area, because you recall going in and then nothing when you came back out. And it's a very notable hole, and you have concerns now. So...
Wait, coming into this forest island and nothing, and then coming back out?
Yeah, for Celestine it goes, he went in, he remembers like going roughly down the path you guys took, or a similar one from a different angle, and then the next thing after that, he remembers leaving and being like contented for some reason, but he doesn't remember why. Hey, Ren. And again, that's perplexing. Because to you, something this size isn't normally natural. Even in as fey a place as Cavalli is in general.
We should most definitely proceed with caution.
Is there anything that indicates who these tents belong to, by the way? If it's like, because we're inside the forest at this point, right?
Yeah, you guys are always in. This is the 7th camp you like saw coming down that dirt road up there, and it was the only one that looked like it actually had a camp actually at it. Like you saw campsites where people had been before, but there's nothing left. Like, you know, they all packed up and moved on.
Right. It's like a
This one's like
group
there's
of
still an
campers.
active camp here,
Yeah.
complete with, the fire pit with the logs and the rocks around it. And then it's got these 3 tents, and one of them has a giant hole bitten out of it.
Yeah,
Lovely.
nothing to indicate it belongs to like a group of researchers or druids or anything crazy like that.
Well, you were one of the ones who rolled above an 18 for investigation, right?
Yes, I rolled a 20.
Okay. Following up on that, you know where to look for the things. You look through a few bags. But there's doesn't seem to be like anything identifying about them beyond like just the generic like whatever insert brand here for like the bags themselves.
Hmm.
Like those like sports backpacks or whatever for like hiking and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. There's like no wallet, no like name tag, no journals. And as you look at this, now you're getting more concerned because there's like nothing that like signifies these are anything but just it's signs that there are people here. The people don't seem to be people from the way you look at this. It's all very like the stuff being placed around all seems like just normal like person toss their stuff down, but even then it seems still very methodical to an almost unnatural degree.
It seems like someone tried faking this campsite looking natural. Like
yeah, it definitely
naturally
looks like
tossed like you would be when you're camping.
yeah, it's definitely like it has like the look just at a
It's like,
glance.
this looks
of,
a
like,
little too perfect for what I would expect.
Yeah, like this to you strikes you as a this is just like the photo of like the disheveled campsite, basically. You're pretty certain that the giant bite mark was not part of the plan. You're willing to make that assessment, but other than that, it all looks very picturesque, generic campsite.
Something
Probably meant to
it's
trap
just a little
someone.
too perfect. So I got some flags going off here. Okay.
Yeah, you
do I
have
spot
concerns.
Any people tracks, or are the only tracks around from that monster?
Roll
Or beast, whatever
survival.
it is? And I do make mention of you said survival. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
15. And I do make mention that this campsite seems a little too picturesque, and something doesn't feel right with me.
Yeah, it feels like the like school model of like a campsite kind of.
Yeah, I do relay that to the party.
With the 15, you do see tracks, people tracks. They to and from the tents to the little campsite, and then they a little ways as you follow them from because you follow them from like here. They're all like from like each of the tents, and they all come like up to here. They mill about here a lot. There's also a fair number going this way, and then to like right here, and then like signs that they got into something, but there's no signs of a vehicle at all.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm still on the world map.
Oh shit!
So
I didn't move you guys back. I'm sorry.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, no. Like it's from the campsites down here.
Okay.
You see the tracks going up from
back
them
and
all
forth.
to like milling about the camp here, and then they go from the camp down to roughly where Celestine is, and then down here, and it looks like they get onto something, kind of like when you get on like a camper bus. But there's no sign of like a camper bus having ever been here ever.
Are the people tracks? Do they seem about as fresh as these beast tracks?
They seem older by a little bit.
Okay.
But there's no sign of like the people going deeper into the jungle or anything. It's just like they abruptly stop or abruptly start right around here. Like coming out and then, over to spots to, like set up the camp and clearly like, just general milling about doing their thing and occasionally going to whatever vehicle they used to get here, but the vehicle isn't there. And your first thought, invisible. You run your hand about where you think it should be and there's nothing. You like walk through it. So either it's ethereal or it's not there.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use see the unseen. With that comment, I'm gonna see the unseen, and obviously I'm not gonna see anything there, unless it's ethereal.
Well,
It's a trap.
Let's see, where the hell is a good one for this?
Because my only other thought was whoever these people were, hopped on the beast and left on the beast. But the tracks are older than the beast tracks, so that doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, I see invisible and ethereal things.
Okay, that's not coming up quick enough.
Where? There it is. Through my feet.
We'll just use this song for now because it's something different.
See.
But move your token to roughly about to where it is real quick, just so I have the frame of reference, because I just realized your token is still over there.
Yes. Let's see.
It was like around here-ish.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Okay. But as you go to see the unseen, you are a bit spooked because you see two specters. It's like standing there and like talking to each other. It's like normal conversation, like they're like anime, like they're gesturing towards the tracks and stuff and talking about something. The color of them seems familiar because they're like just the full on, like, you know, the ghost army of Minas Tirith or whatever the fuck the army that Aragorn calls it in Lord of the Rings is.
Oh, they're like a greenish blue type deal.
It's roughly like that. It's more like a more like a blue green you'd associate with the ocean.
Okay. Are they right
indeed,
in front of me, or
they're about here-ish.
okay,
about 10-15 feet away. You can't hear them because you can only see into the ethereal plane.
but I can read lips.
That you can.
Thank you, observant. Those
Fucking
are my
hell.
languages, if that matters.
Thank you for the languages. They're both speaking Undercommon.
Are these humans, or what are they, by the way? Or are they
They're
just like...
humanoid.
Yeah. But
They're
look pretty
humanoid.
Decayed, so
they're
it's hard
also
to tell.
It's not that they're decayed or anything. They look. It's about just like you applied just like a perfect seafoam green tint, seafoam blue green tint, to a person, and it like kind of like wisp off like, you know, steam on the surface of water a little bit, like the ghastly smoke and stuff.
Right.
They don't look particularly bothered. In fact, they look basically pristine people, just glowy, like just
Spooky.
just a weird, like, sort of monochrome, almost Force ghost. They also, and this is what really catches your eye about them, their style of dress is out of date with the times. It's not
guys
a
are
modern
fucking
fashion in the slightest. It's old.
So basically, what I'm getting is it looked like the Dutchman from SpongeBob.
I wouldn't go there for that exact comparison, but pretty close. Like, that's about how the coloration works. They're just, you know, not spoopy ghost tails. They just, like, actually are walking on, like, feet. One of them appears to be... They're both fairly big. They're both actually women. And you can also tell they're both wild-born, not unlike Kel. One appears to be a gorilla. The other appears to be a rhino.
All right. And they're speaking Undercommon.
Yeah. And you can't see the rhino lady's face that well, so you can't, like, read her lips very easily. The burly gorilla lady, however, it seems like she's answering questions like this. It's something to the tune of, because you're good at reading lips. This monkey lady is talking really fucking fast, so it's kind of hard.
Like, Jesus.
It's like, holy shit. You also haven't tried reading the lips of a ghost before, so that's also throwing you off. But you still manage to get that they're on the trail of something, and this doesn't seem like something that thing they're after would do. After a moment, like, the monkey finally starts, like, slowing down, and then she like puts her hand on her head and, like, sighs. I mean, don't really want to disappoint the captain, but It doesn't seem like it's him. And the other one's like, also sighs. And that wasn't the voice, that was just me translating what you're reading.
Right.
The rhino says something, and then at that point you realize the gorilla lady like smacks her friend, and then because she's looking right at you, and like she starts whispering, and you realize they know you're there now.
Oh boy.
Both of them look at you, then back at each other. One of them asks, leg it? The other one agrees, leg it, and then they just book it in a random direction.
Oh, Chase.
They're ghosts. You can't see them.
I can see them through a feet.
The only one who can see them is Jaccio, and they quickly get out of see the unseen range.
Oh, what are you talking about? I don't do that creepy thing where I stare at a dark hallway and growl even though there's nothing there.
Well, you kind of do when you feel something run past you in like a weird, like, ominous wind kind of way. Because one of them did run past you, but you don't know what it is because you don't see a ghost gorilla woman running past you.
I'm gonna look crazy for a minute and just be like, "Hey, wait a minute!" And they think I'm crazy. They probably think I'm a little crazy now because they don't see these ghosts.
No, they don't. At which point, Leo like looks up from what he's investigating. Hey, everything okay over there?
Yeah, there was a couple of ghosts I'm able to see into the ethereal plane a little bit. And they were discussing something, and I kind of TLDR what I read from the lips. And now they're running!
Did you also TLDR to the description of them?
Yes.
Leo looks very apprehensive by that information.
Everything alright, Leo?
Oh, BRB.
I have more concerns now. Not bad ones. Just,
Then why?
I need to have conversation with someone back at base when I go back, is all.
Why do you know these women?
Potentially. That's why I'm going to have a conversation with a friend of mine. If I'm right, they won't cause problems? He sounds only half sure about in as he says that. But, I mean, in a pinch, it might be helpful. Maybe. I don't know. And then he's like, hold on a second. And you see him, like, sort of get into a crouch. And then he just... It looks like he starts off into a sprint, and then he just disappears.
Oh, what the fuck? What was
And
that?
after a moment, what is his movement again? He has a lot of it. Okay. Vip, 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 vip. He reappears all the way over here. Like coming out of that sprint about.
What was that?
He doesn't, he's like holds up a hand just like 1 second. And then he just sort of like nods. Okay, yeah, they're definitely gone. Saw him run off in he points to he points in this direction. Which, though to be fair, seems slightly wrong, but then again, Giacchio, you lost track of them once they got about here from you, and that was going past Celestine, so you don't know if they like swung in any different direction after you lost visual on them.
Is invisibility only a 30-foot range? I don't have a range for it.
I'll be right back. I need to take my medicine.
I thought it had a limited range. Because you said 30 feet.
I never said anything about 30 feet, I don't recall. I was asking you, I was like... Because I don't have a range written down or anything.
Let me check, because that's just going to change the narrative here real quick. Whoa.
All 20 compendia. Yeah, I'm assuming it just goes as far as my visual range goes. I'm not seeing a max range for it at all.
No, yeah, you would see it for your whole magical dark vision range then. In that case, let me adjust some previous statements. You see them just like haul ass, and then the range of your sea invisibility stops with your dark vision. So once they're like, and they fucking booked it, and you were kind of surprised that these two like heavily muscled women just like get 150 feet away from you very quickly.
Yeah, and that would be a fair limiting range. It quote unquote ties into dark vision.
Yeah.
So that's fair. Yeah. Anyway, they went
once
150 feet really fucking fast.
Yeah, and then Leo does his like his little dash thing where he just fucking poofed. You did notice like this weird like orange flare as he both vanished and then reappeared. Sort of like that the glow of like walking through some like invisible like a laser bubble shield or something.
Okay.
So you don't know what he did, but he did something, and he's now pretty sure they've gone that direction, which does line up with what you saw.
Do we want to get after them, or...?
No. Like I said, they shouldn't be here to cause us trouble. But again, I'm going to need to have a long conversation with a friend.
What was that you did, by the way, if I may ask? It seemed like you just blinked from there to there.
He still doesn't like turn back to look at you, but then you can hear the smirk. He's like, I'm just really fast. Let me put it that way.
Hey, Flash Step McGee.
He then like jogs back, and it looks like he tries to like fake you out. He like turns back in like in that same crouch, and then he just like sort of rather than just like bolt towards you or anything, he just comes in a light jog. Say light jog. It's still pretty quick because his movement speed is 55.
Jesus Christ. What
Yeah.
race is he? I forget what race
He's a
he
human.
is.
He's a speedy boy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You'll find out how he has that later.
He's the Flash.
No, he's something else.
I mean, he has a elemental friend, so that's alone something.
Yeah, I got a feeling there's some plane shifting. Out of character, I'm guessing it's plane shift of some kind.
Close.
Ooh.
Close. You'll have to see.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that damn token go?
Just keeps getting weirder by the minute. Freaking ghosts, and this campsite just seems a little too perfect, besides the bite mark, of course. Something's not right here. Something's very not right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that.
Remind me, it was, for the tracks, it was... Where did the...
One moment.
Where?
Hold on, I'm also doing something at the moment, so I can't quite see the...
No, that's fine. I was just saying, I'm like having a brain fart, couldn't find the ruler for a minute.
The tracks eventually lead in this direction
Right.
for the big beastie. They eventually go this way.
So it came in this way.
It
Doubled
came
back
in.
a little.
Let me retrace this back. It came in this way, went here. Looks like it then immediately bit the thing and slapped these trees around. Came back and then went down this way.
And those older tracks also stop around that point.
Yeah, they're stopped roughly around where Leo is standing, and he seems to have deliberately stopped in front of where the tracks end. For like the people-sized tracks.
It's freaking weird because these tracks seem older, but they're stopped at a point where it's like they could have jumped on this beast and rode it. But the tracks are older, which doesn't make any fucking sense!
No, it doesn't. And don't mind Leo disappearing. I made a new token for him.
Ah. No, Leo, don't go!
Piff. More accurate to his outfit.
Oh my god, Leo, you blinked out of existence again.
Shop. People around real quick.
Were those women, before they bolted, were they standing on the tracks in such a way that it was like these older tracks might be theirs?
No.
No.
The just from the size of like their legs, because these are not small. These are like very burly people. They were their feet were too big, and also, again, these are like modern shoe prints. They are not wearing modern shoes. They look like they're wearing old. They honestly look like old-timey pirates, kind of.
Okay. They're old-timey pirates. These tracks are not.
Yeah, these tracks are just like hiking boots.
How much older are these? The foot tracks and the beast tracks, by the way.
Comparatively, because you got a 15, the beast tracks are about a half hour newer than the human tracks.
Huh.
Teleportation?
I think we need to track this beast and see what's going on.
Yep, and like I said, even if we don't, it might find us later at a less convenient time.
Yeah.
At the mention of teleportation, you see Arvin like wander over and like start doing some stuff. Boop. He's going to burn a detect magic spell as well to go with that. And he just sort of... No? There's no, like, lingering... Well, teleportation magics. There's definitely some lingering magic, but it's... nothing I wouldn't expect in, like, a vehicle, so... There was some manner of vehicle here.
Hovercraft?
Arvin like sort of like crosses his arms, thinks, and then honestly that's probably about all I could think of. Is just it doesn't have wheels. It flies. It was hovering over the ground, but only thing I could think of beyond just teleportation. To which Leo is like, the hell kind of random ass hikers have a hover car? Arvin just throws his arms up. I don't know.
Very rich ones.
Either very rich campers or these people are not campers.
Ones that are up to villainy!
Or that.
You see Leo like think about it like, you know, I'd be inclined to agree with you there, big guy.
I was about to say, I had to mention that, do these beast tracks seem more robotic? like an unnatural creature, or is it like a natural living thing?
No, it seems. You can investigate that with the survival you got before. You would have been able to. These are definitely like a natural creature.
Okay.
If it is artificial, they did a really good job of making it still seem natural, though.
Fair enough.
So
Did we find the creature?
no,
No, I think we're about to go track it right now.
yeah, you guys are about to go on the trail of it. It seems.
Oh,
We monster hunter now, boys.
Yeah.
Track that beastie.
Great joggers discovered.
You cannot escape from me.
And then Terrain runs off into the forest and slams face first into a tree. I'm kidding, of course.
I wouldn't hit the tree.
The
I
tree
might
would.
cleave through a tree. I don't think I'd run head first into one.
Well, I didn't say that the tree would stop you. Okay, let me just make sure this other thing is fully ready, because I have other stuff.
Have things and stuff.
More things!
All the things.
Shabba-dabba. Oh, no, I can't. God damn it.
If people are talking, I cannot hear them.
We are not saying words.
Nope, no words are being said.
Well, they are now, but... Semantics!
Just because Darian keeps lighting up, but I haven't heard him all night.
No, that's
Oh.
just Darian using his keyboard.
Yeah, that's keyboard abuse.
That is indeed.
High-level keyboard violence!
I encourage violence.
Easy there, Tiberius. That is not the token I wanted to copy, so I'm just gonna have to, 'cause I assume you guys are just gonna go follow the tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me just gather you all up here real quickly.
Just do it. Herding cats. All we're doing, just herding cats.
BRB.
Okie copy, and then... Oh my god. Documents prepared. Okay, so who would like to be the one leading the way to track it? So if you would like to do that, roll survival. So you make sure you're following the right thing.
I'd say
Okay.
have Celestine be leading because, well, Doggo knows.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll assist Celestine to give him advantage.
Well, he has advantage on sniff tracks on sniffing, so I assume he's gonna be sniffing this fucker out. So
Mm-hmm.
Celestine wins at sniff. He is a good boy.
He is the best at tracking villainy next to me.
Yeah, but
Villainy
being a
or whatever the
beast
fuck a
isn't-
giant angry monster is.
I was gonna say, big angry beast does not necessarily constitute villainy.
Well, unless it was caused by villainy, like, you know, someone put it here when it shouldn't be, or made it bigger. Who knows?
I blame Zayasha.
You have to say, cough, cough. Don't we know someone like that?
Yeah, don't we know an asshole?
Yes, we know an asshole. That 26 though, goddamn.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just making sure I have the right things.
I just thought of a funny Celestine moment. We get close, he rolls a natural 1. So we still find the thing, he just sniffs its way right into its foot.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, pretty
Sniff,
much.
sniff, sniff. Boop.
Pretty much.
Okay, there's a funny. There's a funny random monster pass by on D&D Beyond, and a CR19 aberration called the Shopping Mall. I'm gonna derail the session here for a little bit to look at this thing.
Oh
That
my
sounds
God.
like that sounds like something made up for a Silent Hill based campaign. I'm gonna be honest.
What are you talking about? That's real life.
Description: the shopping mall breeds by shopping cart. If you see a shopping cart destroy, or else a shopping mall will take root. These creatures eventually clog settlements and enslave entire populations. They look like large complexes with thousands of shops inside. They can move using the tentacles inside their plaster shell. Can only be killed by stabbing the center cash register.
Amazing.
They turned an actual shopping mall into a CR19 monster.
Wasn't there a South Park episode like that?
I don't know
Oh,
when I just
yo,
thought Silent Hill.
Oh god, yeah, Silent Hill would be better than South Park for this particular bit of shenaniganry.
I don't know why, I just thought of the perfume department.
So
Because, oh god, Snick.
okay,
All
easy
the
there, Satan.
consoles.
I'm not that evil.
All
As
the
you guys keep
consoles.
going, see a few shopping carts around. I'm kidding.
That's fucking
Random
hilarious.
ass shopping carts in the woods.
To be fair, you have to kill the operation by getting to the center cash register. There's a shit ton of things that can throw you to keep you from getting there, because if you hit the cash register, Celestine could, like, breathe on it and it'd die.
Lol.
Had, like,
Ask
17
may I
HP.
speak to your manager?
And you just hear the entire mall and, like, shiver. Anyway, getting back to things. Stop derailing, brain. Celestine begins to track the big bad beastie beast further along, and it's definitely off the beaten path. Like, regularly, a few times Celestine's like keeping track of it. It's not hard because this thing smells like, you know, just rotting meat in just like random ass clouds around where it's like footprints have been.
Okay.
It's also not exactly subtle considering the giant, like, as you see it, like this thing just like kind of just like walking along and like not even caring it's going through trees because you see like some knocked over like trees in a few spots, just generally smashed up like things, just like it's just like trundling along, just like I don't give a single fuck, I'm gonna break all this stuff because it's in my way.
I will BRB real quick.
Okay. And it keeps going, and you're a little confused now because as you keep going along, you eventually come to another. You pop out of some trees and come across another, just like hiking trail, and it's sunny out, and like high in the sky, sunny. Which concern? It was around like 5 p.m. when you guys got here, and the sun was starting to was like encroaching on setting because it is getting closer to winter. And now apparently it's just like bright, sunny spring day.
This is a Feywood. Why are we in a Feywood?
This smells of villainy.
No, this smells of the Fey. We're gonna have to fight Eos and Selena's bosses.
I mean, villainy, the Fae, depending on your interpretation, they're not exactly the
We
different
might as well
thing.
quit right now then.
No, the final boss of this area is actually just straight up Darien from FF14. Just way more powerful. Like a level 40 Darien in D&D terms. Commands an army of Selenes. They may only plink away for 10 damage, but there's like a billion of them, so it'll hurt eventually.
Okay, I'm back.
That's just it'll be just like Fae Storm. Brrr!
Oh, where are we
Just
at?
roll over guys with an army of tiny fairies.
Oh, right there.
Dragon types beware.
I was gonna say, as we're going along, I was gonna see if there was any slime or anything. I'm getting a little monster hunter here, but
But as you come out, Celestine continuing his proud. Oh, god damn it, wrong layer. Okay, Jinx, all you missed was you came across this area you're in, and it looks like it's about 1 or 2 in the afternoon in spring instead of like about almost 5:30 in the afternoon in fall.
when did it become that point? Once we got to this clearing?
Yes.
This is a fucking weird forest.
This is a fairy forest.
I was also gonna say, is there... I'm gonna get a little monster hunter here, but is there any slime or moisture, anything indicating that this creature might be corrupted with some sort of element? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Unless the element is, I don't give a fuck, not really.
Okay. So I was gonna say if there's like
Because
a
it's
bunch
just been
of
like,
moisture...
just like trolling along, just like smashing through shit, not really caring, is about the vibe that Celestine's been getting from it, and so have you guys from following Celestine.
Okay.
But when the booth gets about here, he like stops and just like starts sniffing around and around in a circle. And then just like looks at you guys and then just pupper whine. Because the trail just stops right there.
How long have we been traveling?
Been about 20 minutes.
Do I see anything that's invisible? Because my See the Unseen should still be up, I think.
You haven't seen anything, you know, ethereal-ish, you know,
Nothing ethereal,
along the way.
nothing invisible. Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. What's your passive perception again?
Passive perception is 20!
Oh, okay, yeah, you didn't see shit.
God damn it.
Shame you didn't have 21.
Yeah, right.
It's a shame you didn't have 40.
Oh, shit. You spot the ghost of a mouse running across the dirt.
You swear you see a paladin with black wings fly by.
Oh, God. Is it a roguish-looking paladin? Hew.
Perhaps. I'm kidding. Anyway, But yeah, Celestine,
Yeah,
you
trail
have
stops there.
you have gone to where the trail just stops all of a sudden, and you are very sad and confused because where is Big Thing? I want to know if it's bad or not.
I'm assuming this is both the scent and the physical track stop there.
Yes.
And I assume the tracks are still facing in a southwesterly direction. Like
The tracks were still going like right around here, and then like Celestine is standing like effectively right in front. Like the last track is like right behind Celestine. He just walked past it, and then nothing.
Yeah, and the last track looked like it was gonna keep going this way or whatever.
Yeah, it was good. It looked like from the path, it looked like it would have kept going just like exactly like this.
Do the tracks look deeper? Like it might have just stopped there and just jumped?
Make an investigation check.
Maybe a leapt. Well, investigation. There you are. 19, and I'm gonna move myself closer to since I'm investigating this.
Okay. Concerningly enough, no.
The fuck?
You also don't see any signs of like it apparently having wings and deciding to fly either.
Nothing looks wind blown.
Like nothing that looks like giant wing beats decided like, you know what, fuck this walking thing, I'm gonna fly.
Yeah, nothing's blown away or anything like that.
Nothing blown away, but it's still very weird because it's like you hear kind of in the distance a stream or a river or something. It sounds like there's water coming from like around this direction. You're not sure how far away.
Okay.
Suspicious.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check, see if I can sense any lingering magics of any kind.
Sure, go ahead.
Magically
Don't sense shit, Captain.
Disappearing tracks, villainy.
This just keeps getting
Or like
weirder and
Mimi said,
weirder.
probably look there.
You
Time of day has changed. The tracks have suddenly stopped, and this thing has fucking disappeared. The fuck?
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and
And I don't sense any magic of any kind that might have been left behind in case it was teleported or something.
nope.
what are you
that did nothing.
investigating?
Just this seems weird, and I'm trying to figure out why.
What in particular?
The fact everything.
The fact that
So
it
you're just like trying to investigate just the entire current area you guys are in?
Hear me.
Basically.
Something seems very off, and she's trying to put her finger on it, basically.
Okay.
I didn't know if I needed to roll investigation or survival or what.
In this case, it would be investigation because you're just like trying to figure out what's going on in this particular area. But seeing you do that, you watch Leo like kind of wander over to the tree stump, and looks like he's looking around as well. Let me roll his thingy. Where is it? There it is. How well will you do this time? Good, but not great. Almost as good as you could have rolled. Fucking hell. You're good at that, Leo. I don't know why when your int modifier is terrible. Okay, so Padma, you managed to get Dimitri to like kind of help you like look around, but after about like you guys all start searching over the course of about 15 minutes in like just this general area, and there's like no sign of any other direction it went, like not backing up, because if it backed up, you guys would have run into it, just going boop, 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 and been face full of monster ass, probably.
We know what forest this is, by the way. Aside from the fact that it's a random ass forest island.
Can I roll something for that?
Yeah, roll history to see if you remember the name of this place.
This will go well.
Yeah, it will.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
This particular forest was you remember after coming back and saying you've been there, like some of your family were, like, very concerned about you, and you were a little surprised why. And like they tell you, like, the with, like, very fearful, like, they've seen it happen kind of voices, that, like, that's a fey forest. It is specifically
I
the,
knew it!
It's a small, just like isolated, like, little part of fey wilds, referred to as the fucking goddamn it, where the hell did it go? Am I reading that right? Fucking hell. The Tangle Storm forest.
Anglestorm Forest, and that's apparently basically a mini Feywild on this planet.
One of several.
Would that sound familiar to me? Like, was that around when I was doing my thing?
Tangle Storm, absolutely.
Would I have known of it?
Heard of it, yes. Never actually been.
But I know it's bad juju.
You know it's a place that, like, well, there's a lot of strange, natural magics in the land, just in general. In Kavai, there's several, like, Fey wilds, plural, here. This is just, as far as you know, this is just one of them. For Celestine in particular, this one has a bit of a bad rep. For just, in general, if anyone goes near it, always just goes near it, comes out of it, anything about it, doesn't matter why, everyone just gets kind of worried about it, just in general. It's never given, like, an adequately defined reason for why it concerns them, but there is always concerns when this place comes up in a topic.
Villainous concern or just concern?
Just like the general feeling of, like, I'm not sure about this kind of feeling.
Sounds like it needs some proper investigating.
Tracks look like it wants to go that way before it stopped. And there's water somewhere off in that direction. I point towards the sound of the water.
Okay. Zelia will wander over here and just, like, angrily pull the map out of his coat. Where the hell is this damn thing leading us? He stares at it, and it's like that blank look someone gets when they've just discovered something mildly unnerving.
What?
Because it's Leah looking at that leather map again, and he's just like, We're not that far away from wherever this thing is.
Well, where is this thing in relation to us?
He's sitting, like, facing the group this way, and he points over his shoulder, that way, down the trail. We're surprisingly close, which is weird, because we were not that far in last I checked this thing.
Well, from what little I've studied of the Fey wild type areas, they tend to be very tricky. The land itself is almost a natural trickster. Because given your unnerving, I would assume we're much deeper into the forest than we probably feel like we should be.
Yeah.
Well, given that this beast is a dead end, at least for the moment, we should probably head towards...
Your passive perception is 20, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. I did. Cool. Which means it's over in this little folder of things and stuff. Come hither, I have need of you, random token.
I'm guessing I still have about 15 minutes to half an hour left on my See the Unseen as well, if that means anything right now.
You do. And at this point, you hear a few gunshots break the relative calm of the area.
Given that it's a few, I could probably pinpoint the direction. If it's more
Yeah, 1 second. I'm getting the other music set up for this.
That's fine.
Well, you hear gunshots, and then you hear...
Well, someone found the beast.
Yeah, it sounds very big, very unhappy, and the gunshots were... Well, I'm still looking for the music. They're coming from this direction. And the first one sounded distant. Second one sounded closer.
I didn't see direction.
Oh, fuck, I'm on the GM layer. This way.
And the gunshots sounded like whoever's shooting is coming this way.
Yeah, whoever's shooting is coming this way. And hold on, I need to find the goddamn music. So we're gonna pull out an oldie but goodie.
Oh.
As to start with, you see bursting out of some shrubbery and like clearly running for his life with a rifle in hand, you see this guy. And he...
Easy.
Get behind me.
Cal, go back, please.
He's still setting up.
This is all happening fairly quickly. Because that was the first half of his movement because he was using the dash action, and he's still running. Let's see. Can he make it, you Cal? Almost. And he like starts to swerve, and you see him like swinging his arm like clear out, clear out. And then you hear...
Does this person look familiar at all?
1 second.
Okay.
You hear as this thing comes out of the shrubbery behind him.
Oh, motherfucker.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know.
This thing looks mean.
And it lumbers forward a bit more and then lets out another. And when it does, you see roughly like just a straight line, its face hinged, not unlike Pac-Man, but when it opens its mouth, it just entire face hinges and you see this horrific maw of teeth. Just all kinds of nope in there as it makes the noise. And Celestine, that stench of death and decay just sort of wafts in your direction very aggressively.
I was gonna say, Celestine's nose is gonna get washed in death here.
So, you have found your beast, and I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, we found it.
So we have the beastie and some dude with a gun.
Yeah, who's running from it?
Does he look shady? Or does he look like just some unfortunate sap who's getting attacked by a giant angry bear?
At the moment, he looks like a dude in need of saving.
Well, that is my job, so let's go save the poor dude with the gun.
I was gonna
The
say,
giant
this
angry
guy
gun
looks
there.
familiar. Because for some reason, out of character, that token looks familiar.
It's Bloodborne.
It's not.
It looks Bloodborne to me.
It looks Bloodborne. It is not Bloodborne.
Hey Marcus, for the initiative roll, I'm getting an error command.
Did you click on your token first, then click?
Yes.
Well, it worked that time.
I think it's because I have the window popped out again. Thank
No,
you.
I have the window popped out for all of these ones, and it's working fine, so I don't know what the hell is up. Arvin's turn. Oh, good job, Arvin.
Watch, you're gonna roll like a nat 20 for me, and I'm finally gonna go not last.
You rolled a 14, so you're automatically not last. Fenless is last of the party.
Woo, finally not last.
I rolled a three.
Celestine is last. He rolled a 9.
I
Oh,
rolled
yeah,
a
so he did.
44.
Yeah, Padma and Arvin going first. Arvin nat 20'd. Now let me roll for... Hold on a sec. Did I put that guy on the turn order? No, I did not. He needs to go on the turn order. Good job, Mr. Sharpshooter. How about the big beastie? How you doing? Not great for dexterity. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go again, boys. Natural 1 initiative with no modifier.
Ha 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 ha!
Oh,
Will it
God.
even get a turn? Let's find out.
Well, it needs to get to us first.
Or you guys need to get to it. So, who knows?
I don't. I can't see anything.
Well, let's put it this way. We are on one side of the map. It is hell and gone on the other.
Let me also, just for the sake of putting it in the D&D Discord so Rin can probably see it, I will show you the token of the poor beastie they are fighting. I say poor beastie because, as bad as it is, it does not deserve what is about to
get
happen.
touched.
But, yeah.
Oh my.
Does it
Yeah.
look like what is this?
Chimerabeast.png. I wonder what we're fighting.
Death.
And then
That's
here's
not
the
wrong.
token for the guy who showed up.
Interesting.
Does
It
this
looks very
beast look-
Bloodborne from the small icon.
He looks like either the kind of person you really like to have on your side or a very shady character.
Does this beast look armored like the token, or is this
No, the token is perfectly accurate for what this thing looks like.
okay? So it looks like it's made of fucking marble.
It's this very strange, like clearly natural, but it looks like just entirely bone white. This whole thing, apart from like scratches and like marks of like various colors, like it just plowing through things. But it just looks this big, large, concerningly just chalk white creature. And since Arvin goes first, Arvin has many concerns. And it's going to start off by casting Mirror Image on himself. And he's going to... What's his move speed again? Okay, he can get... 1 sec. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go take care of a spooter.
Now it's a spooter call.
So my mom was just being harassed by, as she put it, zombie flies and a spooter. Because she killed one, looked away, looked back, and it was gone. And I'm just like, really, Mom?
Oh, really?
Yes, Arvin will use mirror image, and then he will run up to close ranks with Celestine. And that will be his turn. Padma.
That's right, the fuck. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
trying to...
nice. There is a Star Wars marathon on TV right now.
I'm just gonna move up closer to Zakio because... Just get in range of that thing and go, what the fuck.
Yeah.
Now the okay, so it's just the one main mob. I was just making sure I got that right.
Yeah, there's just one big monster.
Alright.
And then this guy, who's just gonna dart around Arvin.
You mean Vampire Hunter D?
He's gonna zip back over here, slide to a stop, take out his point his rifle at the big thing, and take 2 shots. Let's see how well he does against a massive target. Look. I'm very glad I noticed that before I started using any of Arvin's weapons, that the fucking sheet decided, oh no, those aren't totally set up correctly, and are using his much inferior strength instead of his dexterity.
Huh.
Fucking piece of shit. Alright, 1 shot, 2 shot, and we're off to a thunderous start with this guy, as his first attack roll was a natural 20. And he definitely hits with a natural 16 plus 13. So let's see about that damage. and you watch him stop, like, slightly crouch down, aim the rifle, and then almost as thunderous of a muzzle report as old Percy's rifle, but not quite as deafening as 2 bullets just. Oh wait, my mistake. There should be a little bit more damage because I forgot to roll. Oh. For a total amount of damage of 40 points of damage from bullets as this thing just gets shot, and you can tell it's already kind of wounded because it looks like it's had like repeated gunshots to roughly around where you think this guy presumes its like throat is, to hopefully just destroy the throat, make it stop breathing and die, because I would want to kill something like this pretty quickly, wouldn't you?
Indeed. Does blood come out of the creature, or does it look like he's just chipping away at bone or stone, whatever this thing's made of?
You see, what oozes out of the wounds now that they've gotten deep enough into it around its like neck. You can tell it's like very hard outer shell, but they're still soft underneath because it starts bleeding this weird, like, black purple ooze for blood.
Oh boy.
That's not good.
Yeah. Snackbot.
And this is a huge category size creature?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
He's just gonna move down here. And I think that's about all that he can do at this moment.
Yeah, pretty much, because I don't think he has an actual ranged attack that has that long of a range anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to remember to add the Jug of Sunny D to your character sheet at some point, Snack. Because you do indeed have it. Alright, Jacquio.
Let's see. Hello, darling. Goodbye, darling, for the moment. I'm not cool. Actually, how far is that? Double check that distance. Okay, that's my full movement. Close ranks with him. And I'm going to... That puts him in range. Oh, that just puts him in range. Okay. Damn, that's a long ways. 60 feet's longer than I think. Or shorter than I think. Drop this motherfucker.
Oh, let me see. Deck save. Okay.
And it follows him.
Well, he didn't make the DC. As you just invoke through your rather oddball pact with the god of origin, this orb of fell flame that just sort of
Black flame.
like it effectively like lands on his head, like between his horns, and just starts burrowing in, and it looks a little bit disgruntled by it, but it doesn't seem to be trying to like shake. It's like kind of trying to shake it off, but after a minute it just gives up and then just lets out another one of those wonderful, wonderful roars.
Okay, that's in range. Do. I was just checking a thing. Don't mind me.
It was not happy about it.
Good.
But, well, y'all are reacting way faster than it can, so Leo's turn. Sure, because
Those are some big horns, because that orb goes 20 feet above the target within range. But that beam goes down right between its horns.
Oh, yeah. So it just got like a laser just like boring into its brain. It's like, fuck! Let me double check a thing. Where the hell is it? God damn it. Oh, okay. Good to know. Before I commit to this, is it in range?
I'm back.
Damn it, Leo, if only you had a little bit more movement speed, you fucker.
Doesn't he already have like 50 something?
Yeah, but even with his doubled movement speed, because he spends a key point to use Step of the Wind.
Oh, motherfucker's a monk?
Yes.
That explains a lot.
No.
That fucking
Well,
unarmored
not entirely.
movement, man.
It explains monk for movement, does not explain how, as everyone behind Giacchio sees, he once he does that little crouch and then just all the way up over here.
I was about to ask, I assume that rock is not on that map, but I assume Leo just did not give a fuck.
Well, he could. The rock is there, but he could still have gotten to that spot around it.
Like I
It
said,
still
Leo,
looks like he just threw this weird like flash of orange light, and he just gone. And then Giacchio, you see that same flash ahead of you, and you're like, "Oh fuck, he did it again!"
God damn it. How the fuck did he do that?
And then once he approaches, you see him shift his stance, and he's going to take as his action, because he doesn't have any actual ranged attacks at the moment. He's going to use a dodge action, so this thing will be attacking him at disadvantage.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Snick.
Okay, so
There is a big rock between you and the big thing. You can kind of
Yeah,
see its head a little bit over there, but you're not, even with your skills, you're like, I might not be able to hit it. I could try, but I'm not sure.
So for starters, I'm going to use this.
Oh. Alrighty.
And then I am going to start
Sneaky.
moving. In this direction. Actually, I'll double move.
You invisibility takes an action. You can't double move this turn.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does. Never mind. That's it then.
So, to Terrain and Fenlis and Eleanor, you see Snick like adjust the hood on his cape, start walking forward, and as he walks, you see him just like black smoke wisp off of him, and he just goes completely transparent and just fades from sight.
Sneaky snack.
Maximum Sneck sneak. And for reference, the invisibility lasts for up to 1 hour and is a concentration spell.
Okay. It probably won't be lasting too long. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just so you know, the actual invisibility applied by this, since it is the invisibility spell, it lasts up to 1 hour. All right, Terrain. Ah, Rin is busy. Well then, let us see what manner of justice he can deliver. Alright, since he can't really do that, he is going to double move to catch up. Right here. And prepare to unleash the storm when he next gets his chance to act. Eleanor!
Sorry, what?
You were too far away from a thing, so I just had Terrain move up as far as he could.
Okay.
So
Too far to even
Eleanor.
shelter behind it. Say hi.
Well, if you did teleport, you'd have potentially damage to everyone you left the area from because you were next to allies.
Oh, yeah, right. Why does that spell do that? It makes no sense.
A
What?
nice little thing that's known as
Oh,
Anyway, BRB one more second.
okay.
and she'll
So-
teleport to around here.
Okay, so are you casting that normally or casting that with a flare point?
With a flare point.
Okay, so that was a bonus action.
And then I will just
Don't
I'll
mind my
use
token. That's just for
jolt.
keeping track of my
It's-
flame orb.
Okay.
Okay.
So triple jolt.
All right.
And it's actually
Jolt
10,
man.
but the token doesn't go to 10.
Yeah. First one hits. Second two do not.
Rip the third.
As you warp forward, leaving Fenlis in the back, now alone and away from everyone. And just pop out and fire off 3 jolts of arcane energy. The first one in the eye, and then it just swings it when it recoils it swings its head back and smashes through the other 2 like almost unintentionally, with seemingly no effect beyond that first hit. And you still have your move action if you want to move in any direction, because you can do that because you can still fly.
I will just fly next to Stormfront.
All right, let's put the
Stormfront
wingies
has
on
found
you.
his Sidekick.
Dokies. All the Dokies.
Maybe not Doki.
Storefront senpai, please notice me.
I would say
Teach
so much
me the ways
Doki
of
that
justice.
Senpai noticed me.
Okay.
I mean, he did try to recruit me to be his sidekick.
Mm-hmm. Fenlis, it is now your turn.
Well, we all know what I like to do. Let's see. So I can go.
35.
Yep. So I'll move down there. Oh. And am I in range for the power of the moon?
Let me check your sheet. Rain on Moonbeam. 120 feet, yes.
Yes, that is what we're going to do.
All the freaking
What
orbs
level?
dropping.
Let's see, what can I do? 5th level, I think.
Oh, wait a minute, Darian. We're in a forest. You can invoke your new toy.
Oh, the treant?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Darian busted out his first 7th level spell and his only 7th level spell to invoke a treant. So excuse me for a moment while I grab a treant token.
The forest says, "Piss off."
Oh, it's gonna get better.
We can get a generic token for my orb as well. That would be wonderful.
Woo! Thank you, Dimitri.
You know, we'll use this one because it looks very pissed off. And you just need a random token for your orb.
Yeah.
Do I have a random token for the orb?
Just because it can move.
Beep, beep, beep.
Track of where it's at.
It's not the right thing, but we'll use this for your orb.
I get a robot.
Hey.
It is now under your control. There you go. That will be the Abyssal Flame Orb token.
Put counter on it instead. Take it off me. That also constitutes.
Let me make sure I have the stat block for the treant, because this is going to be a whole just menagerie of shenaniganry.
AKA fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now let me upload the treant token. I even have the token labeled as Darian's treant.
Ah.
Treants are Roll 20 Compendium. Treants tell me they are a size. They are huge. So let's just boop,
Turf war.
boop.
The forest says, "Piss off, Kupo."
Yeah.
The wood remembers.
No one remembers.
Oh yeah.
Let me just quickly roll its HP. It is. Behold, Thought Destroyer.
Die, Thought Destroyer.
So much HP. That bar is huge.
That's because the bar scales to the monster.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It only has 143 HP.
It almost has as much
Only
HP as I do.
134.
God damn.
143, sorry. The average HP for one of these things is 138.
Has 11 HP less than me.
But you have a 60-foot range around you to have summoned in, so you could actually put it fairly close to this guy if you wanted to. Darren?
I can. Yeah, you can move him up.
Okay, you
Oh,
want him down
yeah.
there. I'm up here because it's close. So you watch Fenlis just. It's very like starting a magical girl transformation almost. Just like spins his scythe and like creates a moon emblem in the air, and then he just swings the scythe and just in Elvish just says, "Come forth." And indeed, one of the trees picks up another tree and starts walking towards the big monster. And then you see, because this is the ability treants have,
Oh boy.
it snaps its fingers, and then, hold on, we need to...
This tree lasts for 2 fucking hours. Holy shit.
He animates 2 other trees to be his backup crew!
Oh my god!
Yes, I approve. Good tree.
One might call
They all
it
have different
God.
names.
This is
They all
starting
have
to feel
different
like-
names, by the way.
This is starting to feel
There's
like my
2
Magic
Thought
the Gathering
Destroyers, though.
deck.
I don't
There is Thought Destroyer, Thought Crusher, and Thought Pulverizer. That are their names, and they all have initiative, I believe.
Yeah, it has its own
polarizer.
turns. Thought Destroyer, at the very least, has his own turns. Roll
Oh.
initiative.
Okay, so I gotta roll initiative for... Let's see.
3 giant tree boys.
I'm assuming they all act on his turn, so let me just add him to the turn order. And he's not very dexterous, so... But that's okay, he still got a 14, so... He actually should have gone before Darian, but
They were only summoned now.
they were only summoned now, so I'll let them take their first turn, which his first turn was summon Posse.
Summon Posse, I love it.
Tree and ability, animate trees once a day. animate 1 or 2 trees you can see within 60 feet. They have the same stats as him, but a charisma and intelligence score of 1, can't speak, and they only have the slam attack ability.
Come on and slam.
And they remain animate for 1 day or until they die or until the tree ant dies or is more than 120 feet away from each tree. So as long as these guys are together for the next, 2 hours, that tree ant is there. You have a fucking posse.
If they surround that monster, he's going fucking nowhere.
God, this is everything I wanted out of this encounter already. I don't even care how quickly this guy dies. The tree ants are here. Oh my God. Perfect. Celestine, the forest comes to your aid. What do you do? Kel? Did Kel fall asleep?
I thought he took a nap.
As long as he doesn't pee on the tree's leg, we're all good. There will be no marking of territory on my tree ants.
Oh, there's 3 of them, and they're all very big. Wait a minute, huge creature. Actually, this thing should be a little bit smaller. He is too big slightly. Okay, because he is also a huge creature, so... Yeah, there's... You're gonna have a fucking kaiju battle here soon!
Fucking large monster turf war.
The trees attack, bitch!
A turf war, and then sudden Basil Juice and Devil Joe show up.
No, please no.
You suddenly see these black pods dropping from the sky.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was Ren.
I think Kel might have gotten called away.
No, not the booth. I love those fucking names, though.
I was like, what do I call this thing? And I just heard the Zoltan line. Hello, 'tis I, Thought Destroyer. Ew! Just for the sake of speeding things along, we'll just move along and wait for Kel to get back, because I'm not going to pull out another character sheet. We'll get back to the booth. Now it's time for the beastie, who sees people approaching it. Some dude shoot it. Some dude put a fireball thingy above its head, and now these fuckers are here. It does not like this situation. It is just gonna. It's just, you know what? He moving forward a little bit. Alright, and hold on. Does Pistol Flame Orb do damage at the start of every turn?
At the end of it.
Okay, at the end of a turn it takes another, how much?
Another 5d6, because I cast it at 3rd level. I'll roll down.
Okay.
5d6. Oops. Helps if I type that correctly.
Yeah, it does. Oh, well, hey. Does it have to make the save again?
The spell itself does not say.
Let me see. Orb. Get. Go away, tiny bug! Get away from my computer screen!
I assume since it's firing again, it gets another save.
Yeah, we'll make it roll the save every time, because that's what Darian has to do for Moonbeam. So keep it fair. It's just gonna walk up to Leo first, because it's like, I'll fuck with the trees in a minute. This little guy, though, fuck this guy. Going to attack with disadvantage, because he is protecting himself. Which is great, because it makes the first attack, first of its 2 slam attacks, a natural 1. And that's at disadvantage. As he lift this like big meaty claw and just take a swipe at Leo, who just like ducks under, and now that you kind of get to see, you watch these arcane symbols appear, like hovering near the these interestingly designed gauntlets he's wearing, and it sort of acts as like a kind of nature force field and deflect it off, and then the second time he just holds both arms in front of him and catches it and then shoves it back. All right, top of the round, time for Arvin. Let's see. What's he got? He's got mirror image. Which, fuck, no, get rid of that. He needs to have the thingy to... Okay, yeah, he has all of his little Utsusemi Ichi shadows up, so he's gonna walk up to this motherfucker. Like, hello, large boy, and here comes the touch. Beginning with cantrip for Shadow Reach Blade, so I need to go to this one. Oh, good job, Arvin. You met the AC for it.
Oh.
Okay, so 20 is what we have to hit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then he'll follow up with his fencing magic backup attack of Frost Fang. Also hits. No, don't click on the Imperial Probe Droid. I mean Fireball. Minus. Exactly a total 42 damage, because he did 21 damage on each attack.
Nice.
And as you watch Arvin like just start carving into this thing, you notice like some trails of ice coming off his attacks. Doesn't seem like ice is doing anything particularly more effective to this thing. Nor is the shadowy energy coming off of that Shadow Reach attack he was doing. So at the very least, they're not doing more, they're not doing less. It seems...
Probably the same with my fire damage.
Yeah, the fire doesn't seem to be doing more than anything else to it. Padma!
You know what? I'm gonna do the tried and true. Let's throw a lightning spear at it.
You hit the AC, and unfortunately, you'd have to move to get a clear shot. Or no, actually, you'd have a clear shot across that part of the rock.
Let's see. If nothing else, I would move down like a square. And
Yeah,
then
move down a square, then throw it. And you'd still have movement to use after that. Move down, throw. And unfortunately for this thing, it technically counts as a dragon.
Yes!
So...
I was looking at that icon going, is that draconic in any way, shape, or form? Let's test!
Let me... Am I doing the math correctly here? Yeah, so that's 51 points of lightning damage from an effective dragon-slaying spear. And as you throw it, Padma, when it hits this thing, it flares up like it does when it hits a dragon, and you're like, wait, that thing's a dragon? What? Or is draconic in some way? I'm sorry, what?
Honey, I think your uncle was having too much fun again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
And it's... it, like, tries to roar, but, like, you just hear, like, this, like, weak... It's, like, weak, like, the best equivalent of, like, the... kind of a noise of just sheer pain. It hurts too much for this thing to scream properly.
Well,
unfortunately, I don't think Celestine can purify this one.
No. Now it's time for your little sharpshooter friend, and he's just gonna shuffle over just a little bit and then get back to shooting. 1 and 2. First one hits, second one doesn't. And he chips off 16 points of HP from this beastie. And the second shot, he doesn't quite get a good enough... Or wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, he did hit the first one. I'm like, wait a minute, that seems wrong. No, it was correct. The second one just barely glances off of a... Like, its twitching, like, face. It just, like, swings its chin. Spike just sort of, king, causes the bullet to deflect. And you see him just, like, kind of, fuck. Snack bot.
Okay.
Snackbot gonna try to dash into the fray.
Well, he's going to do something.
Oh.
I trust that I can manage to get a clear shot from here.
Oh. Yes, yes you can.
Boom.
Oh baby.
Base kind of base.
It's very high up that you just hear like the Mega Man boss intro warning klaxon, and then all of a sudden just brrr, the death beam fires out, and this thing takes the full 30 points of force damage because it is not fast.
Woo.
The force also doesn't seem to be particularly effective beyond the fact that like it caused it to like kind of recoil because it seems like this thing isn't used to getting hit, and that's why it's now like getting little odded out. Doesn't look too wounded, but you've definitely got, you know, scorch marks and pain infliction upon it.
Well, that's nice.
No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to click on the ruler, not the fucking fog of war thing. Okay. Giacchio.
What kind of action would it be to load explosive rounds into my pistol?
Because of you, it would be a bonus action to switch your ammo rounds.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna take 2 shots at it. Plow, plow.
First one misses, and what do the explosive rounds do specifically?
Then...
I don't remember it all because there's extra stuff to them.
Shit. No, it's an extra something damage, but it looks like...
Oh, I see. It's the extra 5d4 from... Okay, I see it. So, yeah. The first one glances off, and it doesn't seem like the explosion did anything, but the second one, it manages to actually catch, like, one of the spots where it had been... where it got shot earlier. Actually manages to clip right next to that wound where Padma threw the lightning spear, and then just detonates into it. And it did not like that at all. Wasn't the biggest little boom, but that definitely did not make it happy. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
Or are you gonna move up at all?
I think I will actually move. I'll move over here. Just to
Okie dokie.
spread things out. That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Now the Flame Orb properly has 9 turns left on it.
Oh right, I need to add that damage you rolled for it earlier. If it was 22, I gotta make that save again for it. Actually, boop.
DC
Okay, he made the save for that, so he only took 11 damage from it. Hit. This thing's HP ends in 69.
Nice.
Now it's time for Leo to begin getting to work beating on this thing. So here comes the monkening, boys. Boop. Boop. And then key point for flurry of blows. And then And you can tell on the first swing, because it's still thrashing around because of the pain from, getting dragon speared and then gunshot wound to dragon spear sight, it manages to swat Leo aside, but he then follows up with a claw from his other hand, and then 2 more quick. And there's like these weirdly jagged now scorch marks upon its arm where Leo was striking it. It, again, doesn't seem super effective, but it definitely seems like this thing is just not handling
He is
this
not a
whole
happy boy.
he is not having a good day. So total damage is... Oh, I just realized I've been having all of his stuff rolling to GM. I should be having it set on all outputs so you guys can actually see the damage he's dealing to this thing. But to be fair, wasn't that great on his latest on that 3rd attack or 4th attack. That's 12 plus 32. Then minus 16. Okay. And that was all of his shenaniganry. Sneck,
Okay, so
now you can double move if you want. There are trees in the way, but
Well-
you are confident they will not squish you.
I trust that if I move over here, I'll be able to get a clear-ish shot in.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
around the...
Absolutely.
From
Yeah?
between Thought Destroyer's legs.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to make 2 regular shots at it.
Oh, Kelly, you there?
I didn't hear anything from him.
It looked like his thing lit up.
Yeah, it lit up for a second.
Yeah. First one misses, second one does not, and roll a d6 for me, please, Sec.
I also have advantage, don't I?
You do, fuck. Okay, you still roll that d6. That's your extra damage because you are using the sneak. Oh baby, You're off to a thunderous start. As your invincibility
36 damage.
Yeah, thank you for that, Jinx. Total of 36. As no one sees it, Sneck, but to you, when you raise and you start to squeeze the trigger, you watch all that shadowy mist that like was wafting off you a minute ago just suddenly travel down the barrel of your gun, and then right at the muzzle, just fire off with the bullet for the first shot, and then slam into this thing.
Nice.
And you notice that as it traveled past you and onto the thing, you were visible again, but you're like, I don't give a fuck, I just stealth shot this bitch.
Yeah, basically.
Alright. Terrain's turn. And he can... Can he? No, he's just not close enough. He's close, but not close enough.
If only he had a 10-foot reach.
Cal?
That was Snowman. Oh no, he's finishing something.
Did you fall asleep on us, Cal? Sounds like Cal fell asleep on us.
Okay, why is my thing going up and I'm actually not doing anything?
Oh yeah, Cal's going to bed. Okie dokie.
Look, see, like right now, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, good. Huh. That's weird. Also, just to catch up for Celestine's last turn then, since Cal wasn't here, let's just move the boof just right up here on up all this business, and here comes the touch. Who's ready? 1, 2, 3. God.
And Celestine never missed again.
Well, he has a plus 15 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, plus 15 to hit, and he does an average of about 19 damage every hit. That's minus 19. Minus 21. And minus 17. As previously, Celestine had just started just aggressively just hammering on this thing. Meanwhile, for Terrain's turn, he's oh baby, who's ready to see some true shenaniganry, because it's time for Lightning Lure.
Justice.
Come hither, foul fiend! As he throws out this strange tether of lightning from his hand, like full-on Roadhog hook, just and yanks, because it doesn't give a size limit for this thing. Now, does it make the strength save? It is pretty beefy, but can he make it? Not with a natural 1!
Lol.
And this is slightly awkward because everybody else who's in the way gets slid back 1 square as well, because now this beefy man is whoop, right up in Terrain's business and takes 14 points of lightning damage. Following that, a boop! Terrain then beats it with his giant-ass sword. And we'll after Thought Destroyer's turn, we're gonna pause the session. We're gonna pause here and end the session because there's people asleep.
It probably sounds like a good plan.
All right, Darian. What do you want your posse to do?
Now it says that they obey my commands, but do I have like a move list of what the trees can do, or they?
The treants, you can order them to move. You can order them to attack, and I know what their attacks are.
All right. Lay waste upon this cretin.
The lead tree, the treants all look at you, give a thumbs up, and then just like they're carrying a baseball bat, just like pop the trees in their hands a little bit, and then start marching forward.
Hell yeah, that's exactly how I envisioned it. Kudos.
Let's see, they have 30-foot move speed. This one's gonna go round back here. Huh?
Did Kel end up going to bed?
Yeah, he seemed to have faded off. That one's gonna go around to here. This one's gonna shuffle over, so he's like right here. And then the last one's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, nerd?" and get in a range. So everybody on any side of this thing has fucking flanking now.
Lol.
Yes.
And here comes the fucking little drummer boy chorus of a bunch of treants just beating this thing to death. Let's see. So I'm just gonna roll 4 of these. Well, actually, no. The first one's gonna be, I'm gonna go like counterclockwise, starting from this way, and then go down to. We're gonna start with Pulverizer, then Destroyer, then to Crusher.
Be systematic about it.
Oh god. Yeah, systematic, because the Thought Destroyer gets to attack the most. Thought Crusher and Thought Pulverizer only get 1 slam attack per turn, because they are merely trees that are now angry instead of being actual treants. Well, okay, Pulverizer's off to a terrible start, and he just tries to, and he just like gets knocked back. He almost falls over, but he studies up, and you see Destroyer like look at him, just like, what the fuck, man? And just 2 hands this fucking tree in his hand, and with advantage, okay, for first attack, advantage for the second attack, which is good because actually no, he wouldn't have advantage for those attacks, so. He hits the first one, fails the second one, so. And then now Thought Crusher will get his attack in with advantage because he's got 4 people on the other side of this thing to help flank it. That'll hit. So that's a total of, between the two of them, 32 damage as these treants just start beating on this fucking monster. And with the tree boys in the fray, we are to pause combat here, and we'll pick this back up next week when people are conscious
Sounds like
And
a
I will be
plan.
back.
and can actually be here. So we'll be starting off with Eleanor on the next turn.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Alright guys, that's actually going to do it for my stream this evening. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you see here, be sure to hit that follow button and make sure you have notifications turned on so that way you can know via Twitch directly when I go live. You can also follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/JinxMcNinja, as well as join my Discord known as the Mick Lounge. And those places I also announce there when I'm going live. I will be back tomorrow afternoon at about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with this week's WOT raid. And if you guys really enjoy the content, consider throwing a tip or a sub my way. It's a really good way to show love to the channel and to say, hey Jinx, you're doing something right, we're entertained, we like what you do, keep up the good work. So until tomorrow afternoon guys, peace.